All right, what is going on, guys? This weekend is UFC Fight Night. Taira versus Park. I'm not watching. I'm not watching this shit. This card is garbage. I'm not doing a full card predictions. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on the few fights I care about or I think are somewhat relevant to me, because the original main event was Tatsuro Taira versus Amir Albazi. That's not a bad fight. I think that's a decent fight, but it's not main event worthy at all. Nobody cares about those fighters enough to make it main event worthy. That's why it was in the Apex. At least it was in the Apex. The card overall is very weak. It's a very weak card, especially with Albazi pulling out. We got Tatsuro Taira versus Hung Seung Park. I think Park was supposed to fight in a few weeks. Taking the fight on short notice. I'm going Tatsuro Taira, probably rear naked choke. I think he's going to be able to get the back of Hung Seung Park. I don't know if it'll be in the first round. Park's decent. I don't think he's top 5 level, which I think isn't Taira like rank number 5, rank number 6. And this would be a solid bounce back win for Tatsuro Taira. Would it shock me if Park was able to win? A little bit, but not 100%. I just can't believe this is a main event. Very boring main event. No, my dog's talking to me. But yeah, I can't watch this. It's just, I'm not going to watch it. I'm more excited for the co-main event than I am for the main event. Co-main event, Mateusz Rebecki versus Chris Duncan. This is actually a fun fight. I'm actually excited for this fight. This was like the only fight on the card that I'm going to go back and watch. This is a tricky fight for me to pick, because you have Duncan, who doesn't look the greatest in his fights. Fighters they're supposed to beat him, he's supposed to lose to, he beats them. And then fights where he should win, he's lost. Kind of same with Rebecki. They kind of similar, not as bad. I think Rebecki looked better in the fights he's in. What fight I'm thinking of where he lost? Who was it? It's an older guy. I think his last name is Fajeda. Carlos Diego Fajeda, that's his name. Lost to him. I believe I was at that one live, if I remember correctly. But yeah. I want to lean Rebecki, but I just have a feeling that Duncan's going to get the upset. I feel like Rebecki's probably a favorite. Let's check. There are no odds. I'm going to go Mateusz Rebecki to get it done via decision. He's taken a lot of damage, I will say that. The Orolbai fight. I think Orolbai is very good in the grappling department, and Rebecki was able to win that fight. It was a back-and-forth war, but I think if Orolbai fought Chris Duncan, I would pick Orolbai to beat Chris Duncan, probably via decision as well. I think Duncan, could he pull off some weird submission? Yes. I think that's probably his best path to victory, is some awkward, weird submission. Like, Rebecki takes a stupid shot and gets put in a guillotine. Something along those lines. I think that's probably Chris Duncan's. I think Rebecki's going to be too strong for Chris Duncan in the grappling department. But Duncan does have a pretty big physicality advantage over Rebecki, so I think this will be a fun fight. I think this will be a good fight. One of the only good fights on the card. The other good fight on the card, that I will go back and watch this fight as well. We have Elvis Brenner versus Esteban Ribovics. I'm going to go Ribovics, I can't remember what it is. I'm going to go Esteban Ribovic. Decision. I think what is going to be the winning factor for him in this fight is the volume. Although he did lose I think it was his last fight versus the guy that looks like Kevin Gastelum. I can't remember his name. The lightweight Kevin Gastelum. I thought he won the fight. Not Ribovics, the other guy. I don't remember. I can't remember his name right now. Bobby Green beat him as well. But Ribovic was landing the more volume, but wasn't landing the cleaner strikes, where the other guy I can picture his face. I can't. I don't know why I don't remember his name. That's gonna bug me. That's really gonna bug me. But landed the better, more impactful strikes, and that's why I scored the fight for him. But in this fight, I could see Brenner like just dogging him and walking him down, somewhat throwing caution to the wind. And I'd probably give Brenner a jiu-jitsu advantage. I think it's going to be a fun fight, a very competitive fight. But I'm going to see Esteban Ribovic getting it done via decision. The only other fight I'm going to cover actually is no fights. Like, this is like, Like, you got Neil Magny versus Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos. I think they're both old. They're both like 38 and like 40 or something like that. I think probably Neil Magny's going to win. Would I be shocked if he gets knocked out or finished? No. I think Neil Magny's going to hold him up against the cage, Neil Magny him for 3 rounds, and get a decision win. Probably a split decision, because Dos Santos is probably going to have some moments where he's, boxing Magny up, using his flashy kicks, hurting Magny, but then Magny's going to have 4 minutes of control time up against the cage, stomping on the feet, kneeing him, because, he does have a pretty decent height advantage, and he's got those long-ass legs. So I'm going to go Neil Magny to get it done via split decision, boring performance to get him back in the win column. I saw a clip. It says he wants to get a win no matter what. So yeah, that's all the fights I'm caring to cover. I don't care about any of these other fights. Are there some interesting prospects like Fletcher? Okay. I don't care to see Nick Klein fight. 0 fight IQ. I just don't care for any of these fights. The UFC's putting on trash card. Recently, we've been having decent cards, but let's go look at the. Of course, it's not going to load. I was going to look at our past events here, but I'm tired of them putting on trash Apex fight nights with crap I don't want to watch. I'm done watching it. I'm gonna cover the fights that it look like I'm gonna enjoy them. Here we go. I'm not covering the other one. So this was good. This was good. Garbage main event. That was good. That was okay. Okay. Maybe I'm just stupid. That garbage. Not a good main event. Although, who was the original main event? I can't remember. I don't think it was very good. Like, not super excited for that for a fight night main event. That was okay. Like, you can really tell the quality of the card when it comes to it says Apex, like this. Perfect Apex fight night main event. Let's see if we got anything coming up. You're fine. Come here. You're fine. Let's see what we got here. Like, Delize Hernandez. Like, not, like, they're always in fun fights. They're just, I don't care. Like, even the Walker Ming Yang fight, that's not super exciting. We got some mostly decent main events coming up. So, I guess this one's not too bad to have one shitty Apex fight night in the rough of all the good fight nights we have going on. But, I don't know. Let me know. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Are you tired of the Apex fight nights? I don't want the fights in the Apex anymore. I want them to be in crowded arenas. I think the UFC's at a point probably where even if they put this dog shit card in an arena, if it was not too big of an arena, it would probably sell out. If you have, which they did Yan versus Marab, the Apex was getting work done. I remember this is whenever that fight was. They did it in a little venue. I think it held like 3,000 or 4,000 people. If they do that, they'll sell it out. It's a UFC event. People will go. Just like 15,000 or less, 10,000 or less people for these like shitty cards. Find small venues, put them in, let people at least have the experience to going to a UFC event. Have cheaper tickets. There's a great idea, but they won't do it. But yeah, those are the fights I care to show or give my opinion on. Who do you think's gonna win in the main event? Tatsuro Taira, Young Sung Park. Let me know down below. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a like on the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.